Once upon a time in London, in one of the never-ending corner houses of Bloomsbury, there lived the Darling family. The eldest of the Darling children was Wendy Moira Angela Darling, and like all little girls, she loved to tell stories and go on adventures.
Wendy, yes, mother. It's about time you stop indulging yourself in fantasy and focus on being a young lady. You're no longer a child.
I want things to stay as they are. Perhaps I want to grow up, mother.
You can't stop time, Wendy. It will march whether you like it or not. Go to bed early. It will be an early morning tomorrow. The boarding school will make a woman out of you.
She knew the grown-up world was a scary place and would demand so much of her. So, Wendy read her stories and wished that time would stop.
I wish I could remain a child all my life.
Wendy dreaded the coming of morning, and hated that she had to grow up faster than her brothers John and Michael. She hated the fact that she was expected to be a woman when she was still so young. Far away, Peter Pan heard a wish, so full of yearning that he is compelled to go and see. So he flew to the home of the Darlings and peered into the room of Wendy, John, and Michael, where they all lay fast asleep.
Wendy.
Ben, I thought you only existed in books.
Wendy, I'm here to make your wish come true. I'm here to take you to a Neverland, a place where we will never grow up. Come with me. Come with me.
Wait, can we take my brothers?
Okay.
John, Michael, wake up. Michael, wake up. Wake up. Peter Pan is real. Peter Pan is real. He is here to take us to a Neverland.
And so, the Darling children left home. They would leave the grown-ups in the grown-up world and go to a place more suitable for them. Neverland, a place only for children. The cold, desolate darkness of Neverland receded as Peter Pan arrived back home with the Darling children. Captain Hook observed the lightning greenery with vengeance in his heart.
The sun has started to shine and the flowers are blooming.
I know, it's because he's back.
Keyho, Captain. Oh, I know. P.
Don't say his name yet.
You see, Captain Hook was the only grown-up in Neverland. Before he was Hook, he was Jamie, the first ever lost boy. But one day, Peter told him that he would take him back to the world of the grown-ups. But he never learned to grow up and resented Peter for sending him away. He had spent his whole life trying to seek his revenge.
Boys! Hey, look who I have with me here. This is your new mother and these are her brothers. She tells a lot of great stories.
Come on, boys, let's play.
As they twirled, Wendy thought about how marvelous Neverland was and how she never wanted to go back home. Hook had seen in Peter's eyes that Wendy was special to him, and had snatched her in the dead of the night. He'd been waiting for such a moment to take something important from Peter, and this was it.
Boys, wake up. Where's Wendy? I know it's him.
Release me!
I knew it was you. Ether Band.
Peter, stop! Don't kill him. Everyone deserves a second chance.
No!
In Captain Hook's base, Wendy learned of his story and resentment. She looked at him and saw the outcome of someone who never wanted to grow up. He had been so intent on never growing up that he had forgotten to enjoy his own childhood. She wondered if she too would grow into someone like him. In the Darling household, Wendy opened her eyes and found herself back in her bedroom. She watched her brothers as they lay asleep, and it dawned on her that the adventures they'd had was all a dream. A sense of loss and relief found her.
Mother, I'm ready to be a woman.
In the end, Wendy knew what story she would tell next. The story of growing up. How it could be the greatest adventure of all, but it didn't mean that she had to leave behind all parts of her childhood. She understood that Neverland was a place of comfort, but only a temporary space for one to find their strength to grow up. And she was finally ready to grow up and take her childhood along with her.
Hala na, bro.
I started to shine in the